Yo, hope everyone is doing super well so far. I'm in beautiful California, as you can see, here with my homie Ethan, sitting all funny. But yeah, so this is a client video with my client Emily, and she's absolutely crushing it. She went from 0 to 28K per month, and yeah, this story is very inspirational for those that are just starting out or currently like existing, or honestly just like scaling up their coaching business. But yeah, hope you guys do enjoy this. Her story is very inspirational. And there's also a book call link down below. If you guys want to know more about the program, we can hop on a call and talk about it. But without further ado, this is Emily. All right, so Emily just had a 15K day, you can see right there. So she might be doing way better than expected. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. See you guys in the next one. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're here with Emily, absolutely crushing it. One of my favorite clients. But yeah, she's right now in Bali, just living it up, crushing it with her coaching business. But yeah, Emily, do you want to introduce yourself and who you are?
Yeah, super stoked to be here. I am 22 years old. I'm currently in Bali, originally from Washington State. And before I started working with Jeremy, I actually started a marketing agency. I had that for a little bit of time, signed some clients, kind of scaled it up, and then decided to join working with Jeremy and pivoted from done for you to done with you. And then from there, I've just been, working on the posting content, actually like not doing cold DMs anymore, which has been great. And yeah, so business is good now. Business is good.
I dig it. I dig it. And you help relationship coaches, right?
Yes, so I help relationship coaches. I have other coaches in my program too, because it's kind of like universal principles. But I genuinely love working with relationship coaches a lot. They just have really good hearts. Yeah.
Love that. And when you
Yeah.
first joined, you're at like raw zero, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah. Yeah. I hadn't made any money with the coaching biz. And then I signed some clients pretty quick into the program and then just focused like on delivering solely. I was just like, if I can make someone money with coaching, then I don't need to worry about money.
Yeah.
That was just my mindset. Yeah.
100%. It's kind of crazy because like seeing your transition was like from raw zero, no offer in place. And like you just been working so hard and now you're hitting like 70 weeks. Last month was like a 28K revenue month, which is pretty dope. Like that was straight from zero. And honestly, like it's
Yeah.
like surprising and like heartwarming to just see that transition. But I mean, what made you want to join the program? Because I know a lot of people, there's like a ton of coaches out there, but what made you want to
Yeah.
join? I know like your friends with Rocky, but yeah, just like kind of elaborate on that.
Mm. So I was in a program prior, and I was actually coaching for this program. And I joined their accelerator, and in that accelerator, like I landed some clients, but it was through cold email, right? And that was the hardest thing because I was just hopping on calls with guys who were like, "Tell me the price, like what is this? No nurturing, not warm at all." And then I stumbled across you, and actually Rocky told me about you, and I looked into you. I watched a lot of your YouTube videos. I definitely got warmed up through the funnel. And I was just like, okay, I think this guy
Okay.
can help me out. And he also has like aligned values. And I think that definitely put me over the line. I saw that we were very similar in what we valued and kind of on similar paths. I thought it was really admirable that you had not even, gone to college, started your agency. What was it like? How old were you?
I think I was like 19, 18 and a half, 19.
Yeah. So you started your agency young. I saw that you were a hustler and I really, admired that. And then when I hopped in, it was transformational for sure.
I love it.
Lots of
Yeah.
value.
It's kind of crazy because like the right funnels work and everything, of course. Like you got to dial in your funnels, but we're like
Yeah.
what makes you want to buy from people is the person themselves. And
Yeah.
actually, like, do you want to work with this person on like a personal standpoint? That's like the biggest thing. And I think that's like the biggest thing even now because everyone has like the most value, everyone has like the best funnel
Mhm.
now. But like, who are you as a person? And do you have the same values as them? Do you
Yeah.
actually build your tribe with people that you want to work with? Because I don't know what you guys, but I would want to work with 20 people that have the same values rather than like 100 people, no matter how much I'm making. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think that's like something that you value too. I recently saw you got baptized, which is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's super dope because everything just happens, I think, for a reason, and people see that within your ads. people see that within your content, like the energy just like radiates. So you attract
Mm.
the same type of people, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. It's like I think it's the last thing that really pushes people over the line is who you are authentically. So that's why it's so important to just remove the masks, be yourself, even if it's super cringe, because people will magnetize to you through that.
People like the cringe. People like cringe,
Yeah,
Like one
be
thing
your
about
cringy
me,
self.
yeah, 100%. Like it's if you're not being cringy in your content and if you're not making people like getting like hate comments or anything like that, you're not making enough money. That's
Yeah.
like, the key.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I love waking up to hate comments.
Yeah, it's fueling. Like there's a saying, it's like if you don't wake up to hate comments by noon, then yeah, you're not making enough money. And when you run
Yes, it's a good
ads,
reminder.
exactly, when you run ads, like you're gonna get so many hate comments, but it's super worth
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
but anyways, yeah, like when it comes to your success, you started from zero. Now last month you did 28K. Like what was that? What was the main thing that helped you get there? Because I know a lot of people run ads, a lot of people have coaching offers,
Mhm.
and just like high ticket offers. Like what made you see that success?
I know exactly what it is. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
I genuinely care about my clients.
Mm,
Like, I genuinely want them to succeed. And through that, through delivering to my clients and putting them and their success before mine, I think that's what people feel.
mm,
And, you know, there's two different people. Like, there's the person who posts content every single day and their mindset is focused on how can I make money? And then there's the other person who's posting every day with the mindset of how can I make these other people money?
yeah.
Right? What content are you going to watch? Who's going to be giving out the most valuable content?
Mm,
I really feel like because I have had people in my funnel that I've been nurturing for so long. Like
yeah.
I will just continue to follow up with them. I'm like that one super annoying, persistent girl that is just like always following up.
Yeah.
So, and I do that because I go to war for these people because I know I can help them.
Hmm.
And if I didn't have that belief, like I know I can help change your life, then I probably wouldn't go to war for them. And they probably wouldn't feel how much I care about them on that sales call.
Yeah, that's huge because like even conviction cures bad sales skills. If you know for a fact
Mm,
you can help your
yeah.
clients, your prospects, you don't care about being cringy because you know your funnel is so good. And that leaches out everywhere. Like that leaches out on your group calls to how you communicate with your clients, like legit everything. So you can have like the worst sales skills ever, but if you're like, bro, like you gotta do this funnel, like it changed my freaking life, like I would go into debt for this funnel. I'm like, dang, like I gotta try this. And that's how I was. 'Cause when I first joined my coaching program, I went into debt to like join my first one. And I had like, I don't know, like $750 in my bank account. Used my mom's credit card. Um, that's a different story. But yeah, like I went to war because I know this guy's funnel worked. And obviously it worked out for the best. But you're so spot on because getting the best results is like the foundation of your business. It's not traffic, it's not even like the right offer. It's first client results, and you get that by yeah caring about your clients. So I'm glad you
Mm,
elaborated because nobody really does that.
yeah. Yeah. And I see so many people going out there and trying to do this. And I'm just like, please, like, just care about your clients. And because I get my clients come to me and they're like, oh, I spent 10K on this, they never delivered. I spent 5K on this. And that actually makes me so mad to
Yeah,
hear that happened to them. I'm like, how do people like literally like how can you just take someone's money and not feel like indebted to them that you need to fill their bank account?
yeah,
That's
I
just how I feel. But I know that there's so many people out there who do that. And yeah, so just like building trust. That's really what it comes down to. And trust is something that takes a long time to build. It doesn't happen overnight. So
yeah.
just continuing to nurture your leads and just being relentless and going to war for them.
Yeah, like if someone's annoying you, like this is like my newfound belief. If someone's annoying you and they're a quote unquote guru, they're trying to help you out. Like listen to them. And it could be like
Yeah.
someone that maybe has like 500 followers or someone that has like 500,000. Like honestly, like whatever they kind of like spam you with, they're probably trying to help you out. Like no one's trying to
Mhm.
like, leech off of you. There's a lot of people that do, but if they're saying the right things, your content resonates, chances are they can help you out. And I know for a fact, like
Yeah.
sometimes I'll be like spamming people sometimes, or like my setter would, and
Yeah.
I don't feel guilty because I know like my product is good. Um, yeah, but I'm curious too. So, like the main thing that you helped or that helped you scale was like having the best client results and obviously like the niche authority funnel and all that stuff. But right now, like you're in Bali, like how does it feel from like being from zero and now you're like
Yeah.
making money and you're just like living it up in Bali? Like, what is that feeling like? Because I know you've always like dreamed of that.
Yeah, it was on my vision board. When I joined the program, like
I
those
remember
were the
that
main.
actually.
Yeah. Yeah. People would ask me like, "Oh, where do you want to like what do you want to do? Where do you want to go?" I'm like, I just want to travel and go to Bali, and it's really set up for the entrepreneurial life. Um, like day to day looks like I wake up at 5 a.m., I start my calls at 6 a.m., and then I get to the gym by 11 a.m., and then I come home and make content and then take more calls and go to bed. And that's like my ideal day. And throughout that, like the food here is amazing. Like I don't make any of my meals. I don't clean any of my dishes. I don't, clean my house, do my laundry. Like that's all done for me. So I can just focus on work. And it's the best feeling. Like it's so set up for nomads. Um, so overall, I'm just so grateful. And there are moments where I'm like, I don't want to take this for granted because this is like the life that I know so many people want to live.
Mhm.
So every single morning, I like really try to dedicate time to, yeah, feeling grateful and remembering how fortunate I really am.
Yeah.
It's yeah, it's incredible what God has done in my life because literally like I want to get vulnerable. Like 60 days ago, I was in a really tough spot.
Mhm.
Like mentally, I think I was reaching out to you. I was like, pray for me. Like, please pray for me because mentally I'm not okay. And I was searching for the wrong things. I was searching for money. I was trying to be fulfilled through money, and that's where my head was at. And then once I came to God and like Jesus, he filled my heart with desires,
Oh,
or like he filled my heart. So I didn't desire those desires as much. And they kind of just like removed from my heart. Got really deep there, but overall, Bali's been great. I found an amazing church here too, and it's been life changing. It was
yeah.
definitely scary though. Like coming here was, I didn't even want to. I was like, I don't want to go. That's scary. I don't want to book a one way. But
Yeah.
then God was like, you got to do this. You got to go.
It's
So,
crazy because like God will like tell you to go in the weirdest ways. Like you'll just feel it in your heart so much. Like the last time I went to like a mastermind event, um, yeah, like the last mastermind event was like 2 years ago, and I just felt in my heart like, bro, you have to go, you have to go. And I was like, I don't want to spend any more money. I spent so much
yeah.
money on this trip, and then I have this trip coming up. Probably have another coaching program, blah blah blah. But I'm so glad I did because that trip, it was with like Brandon Forbes and everything. And that's like the day I got saved and I experienced Jesus. And everything from then on, like I'm not saying it's easy, but
Wow.
like everything was just like it changed, just like how I see life, how I no longer live in like the world, but more so like in the word. Um,
Yes.
and like I'm
Yeah.
at a point right now where it's like Jesus is my marker, he's my CMO, he's my traffic funnel, if you want to say
I
that. Like,
love that.
I just let God bring the right people into my program. And
Mm-hmm.
like when you do that and you let God steer your business, like there's no way for it not to succeed because like
Mm-hmm.
he is like the best way for you to scale a business because you're actually doing it to impact. And it's not like he doesn't want you to stay poor because you don't want to idolize money. So obviously you want to be
Mm-hmm.
abundant with it so you can serve God better and then give to other people that are like in need. But
Mm-hmm. Exactly,
not quite.
exactly. That was the thing. Like I needed to be humbled, and then once I was humbled and yeah, and then I came to Bali, then like everything changed. And then I got baptized, and then the business like shot up. I was like, okay, I'm on the right path. Thank you, Jesus.
I love it because yeah, even with like giving, like one form of worship is service. So like actually giving your skills to other people. And also when you're making all that money, like it says one time in the Bible where you can test God, and that's by giving. So
Mm.
basically tithing. And the first time like I tithed, and I didn't tell anybody about this, I was just giving money to like charities and like my barber too. Um, the only person that knew was like my accountant and my bookkeeper is like, where's this money going? um, but at the time I did that, like I hit like a record month. So God is like real. And I saw that firsthand through like test.
Wow.
Um, yeah, it's just kind of crazy how like, yeah, God can be the marketer. You can get like the best mentor, best program and everything. But at the top of it, God is the one that mediates your business. And he sees like, is business even for you? And if it is, he'll bless it.
Mm. So true.
Yeah. But also, you're living it up in Bali. That's super cool. I know Bali is like, what do they call it? Like Bali belly, Bali water, or something like that.
Yeah.
It was like super bad. Um, yeah. And like, how has it been? I know like you booked 5 sales calls so far. You have them in the next few days. It's like, what's like the lead quality from even like starting in the program? I know like you're doing cold email in in the past, but like, what's been the lead quality like?
They show up to the calls and they know what's going to happen. You
Mhm.
know, like if it makes sense, if we're aligned, they're joining. So it's completely different. Cold email, they would show up to the calls, even cold DM, and I would have to like shift their beliefs on that call. I would have to, handle so many objections. But now through this funnel, they show up to the calls and they're ready to buy.
Yeah.
They know they know I can help them. They've seen the content, they've consumed it, I've nurtured them. They've been warmed up and they hop on the call and they enroll.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see you like in the Slack channel sometimes, and I'll just like open up Slack randomly. I'm like, oh, nice, Emily closed the paid in full 5K. I'm like, sick. It's
Yes.
it's often at this point. Like I'm not even surprised. But yeah, like the dynamic of prospects completely like switched because like back when I was doing cold email and cold DM, I was having like 20 different calls in a week. Like I was booking that many, but like none of them said yes. And I was like, is my sales the problem? Is my offer not that good? Like I'm giving like crazy guarantees. Like what's going on? So
Yeah.
the authority funnel, like it allows you to have not just like niche authority, but like a niche audience with people that you actually want to work with. So like you're building your tribe of good people and building like reciprocity through that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
because
100%.
yeah, like God's your obviously like your marketer and stuff like that, like I said, but like even your clients are your marketers too, because word of mouth is important. But yeah,
Yeah.
what's like how has your family and like your friends like how do they react to you just like crushing in business?
Well, I'm here with my friend Jocelyn right now, who's also a coach, and we've kind of been on this journey together. And everyone here as well, they're all crushing it. Like, I went to lunch with my pastor and one of the girls from church as well, and I was telling him like this is what I'm doing with my business, and he was like, "Whoa, like you're 22 and like this is." And then the girl was like, "Yeah, I like sold my company at 24 for like X amount of money. Like it's not that big of a deal." I was like, "Yeah, see, it's not that crazy." So my standards are like completely set to zero living in Bali because everyone here is absolutely crushing it. But back home, like I get messages from people and they're like, how, like what are you doing? How did you get to Bali? Um, and yeah, I tell them I just took massive risks, believed in myself. Yeah, did the hard work.
Yeah, like you got to take that risk. I know it sounds so cliche, but like it's so needed. Like if you never took that leap to actually like join the program, or if I never took that leap to use my mom's credit card and then pay her back too, of course, then I wouldn't be
Yeah.
like you. We wouldn't be
Yeah.
doing anything at this point. Um, but yeah,
Other thing I will say about that too is when I joined your program, I was like, I'm paying in full. And I hopped on that call and I knew I was going to buy and pay in full. And when you pay in full, you show up more. Like
facts.
every program that I've joined, I've paid in full because, well, there's one program that I joined that I didn't. But for all the other programs that I joined and paid in full, that has helped me so much to be committed to getting results. So if you're thinking of joining Jeremy's program, painful.
Heck yeah, because like yeah, it's called paying attention for a reason. So if there's nothing on the line, you're less inclined to pay attention. And like if something small is on the line, like I don't know, something like super low ticket, which is the main reason why I'm only working with high ticket clients, like high ticket offers rather, because like it just works so much for scale and when you have that authority. But yeah, like lower ticket offers, like they're not willing to actually like hone in on what you say. Like if you're charging like $200, like say 1,000 next call, and like see what happens, see how much they actually get results because they're more inclined to actually pay attention. And I've
Mm,
seen that too because I've had programs where it was like a split pay, and then some programs where I paid in full, and I obviously worked a lot harder for the ones I paid like 10 grand for, or like a mastermind of 20
yeah,
uh
yeah.
12 months. But yeah, that's super cool because you act in direct relation to how your clients are, or like vice versa. But
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, I see that so much in my clients too. Like the ones who do pay in full end up getting better results because I think it's even just like who you are internally that reflects how your business is and the clients that you attract.
Yeah, it always stems from like who you are as a person. And you can have like the best funnels. You can use school, Instagram ads, YouTube, LinkedIn all at the same time. And you might be like a person that sounds like robotic. And there's a lot of people out there that do it. That sound like the exact same person, exact same bios, unfortunately. And it's hard to actually resonate with that person because it's just like a carbon
Yeah.
copy. And they're
Yeah.
themselves on the foot by showcasing themselves more because they're just showing more people that they're exact same as everyone else. So
Mm.
the the goal is not always to just increase your ad spend because if you don't sort out the main cause, the main problem, which is like, bro, like you got to showcase you and you have to have an offer that actually is well showcased, um, then everything else crumbles. It's not just like dialing traffic, it's not just dialing offer or like one thing, it's dialing like everything, which is like the niche authority funnel. Um,
Yeah. I have a question actually, Jeremy. So, what do you think are the main things that you see in like me when we were working together that I've been able to get results in the program and when the people that haven't?
mhm. That's a great question. Honestly, like you've just been working, like you've just been like you're a really hard worker, and
Yeah.
like you don't stop, you don't quit. You ask a lot of questions, which is good, and I like they're questions that are actually like specific. They're not just like how do I do ads? I'm like, can you ask an eBay? So, but yeah, they're specific questions, and you're actually like seeking to actually get help, and you actually like desire scale and desire growth. And that is a common trait that I've seen with like all the clients that do succeed. And
Mhm.
that just
Mm,
want to see like
yeah.
all the success in their agency and their coaching business because like I can give you the keys, but you have to be willing to open the door. Same thing with like the relationship with God because he can bless you, of course. And a lot of Christians are like, oh yeah, God will bless me. It's fine if I stay stagnant, but he can't bless you if you don't move because God rows the ship, but you have to steer it. And it took me a while to understand that, if
Mm.
not being completely honest too. And when I did, that's when he can pour into you. That's when he can actually like help you let go of the things that you want to let go of. Because in order for him to pour into you, um, you can't stay loyal to the things that drain you, which is let's say like substance abuse. I know not everyone's perfect. But yeah, like anything that is hindering your relationship with Jesus. And the same
Yeah.
thing with business. If a lot of people, they're holding themselves back from making that content because they might seem cringy or weird. Like the profile that I use for my business is the exact same profile I use for high school, for elementary, for my relatives.
Same.
And I was like, I don't want to post reels. Like they're all gonna think I'm weird. There's like a lot of chicks following me too when I was like in high school. I'm like, I don't want to show them. But that was like old Jeremy thinking and everything. But now it's at a point where like I don't care. I'll bring whoever wants to see me succeed, and I'll also help other people that want to succeed too that follow me. And you have to go through that cringe. I call it like cringe mountain because like you have to kind of go through this moment of uncomfortability to get to the version of yourself that attracts better people. I wouldn't say stagnant here and attract people at this level. I don't want to raise up the bar and attract better people. And I know you've seen that when going to Bali, meeting people through Zoom calls. Um, yeah, just like it acts in direct correlation because business and life are intertwined. It's not like have a business account and a life account. Like do it together.
100%. Yeah, yeah. I think the key thing too, I heard you say was your desire.
Hmm.
Like, is your desire lit up? Do you have a fire burning for some sticks and leaves and it's not even burning?
Yeah.
If the desire isn't strong enough, you're not going to want to move.
Yeah. And also, if I know I talked about God a lot, and but the biggest thing too, like if you don't feel like moving,
Yeah.
God's gonna force you to move, like he's gonna get you to move whether you like it or not, and that comes with challenges, like even within your business. Because I've had many times where like, is what I'm doing working? Should I keep doing this funnel? I remember times where like I was in a cabin by myself trying to figure out like how can I scale up this business. I was like a year ago, something like that. But he will force you to move whether you like it or not, and you have to go through that uncomfortability. And sometimes like, or actually all the time right now, when I go through moments like that, I'm like low key having like a smirk because I know what comes out of this when it comes to like the lowest moments. Sometimes I
Yes.
ask myself too, I'm like, how low can I go to make the story even better? That's just like a weird,
So true. No, like I crave those like challenges. I'm like,
yeah,
it's actually really good right now. Like when's the bad moments? Like when are the low times coming? And then yeah, he just like a couple weeks ago, he like kind of ripped me to shreds a little bit and I was like heartbroken, but now I'm back. And through that low moment, I just found even more gratitude for him.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, when it comes to like making all this money, like how does it feel like from just like a standard level? And we talked on it a bit, but like now I'm sure like you can just like buy and sometimes not even look at the grocery bills. You know what I mean? Especially like
Yeah.
Ollie, like everything's pretty cheap.
So cheap. It's so cheap. Yeah, it's optimized for sure for living here. And yeah, standard of life is definitely different. Like before, because I was growing my business in college and it was hard to do college and buy groceries and pay rent and sustain myself because my parents were not helping me.
Mm.
And so I went through that. Like I was eating from the food bank, literally like trying to get the cheapest food for myself, like just not in a good place financially. But I had so conviction that I was going to make it work. And now, yeah, like I'm eating. I think that's how I base
Like,
my quality of life now is like, how good am I eating? So yeah, the food here is great, like all organic. I get to make my own food and then it just feels like a slice of heaven, honestly. Like the gym here is insane.
nice.
Um, yeah, it's hard to spend money here though. Like it's really hard to spend money.
Because everything's
So
so.
we're just, yeah, everything is so cheap.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
we're
maybe
just
we
sad.
should head out to Bali. It sounds like you're low key selling me on Bali. I never went, but
Yeah,
yeah,
if you do come, I mean, the flight here is expensive, but then it's you kind of just stay.
yeah. Maybe we should start a coaching business or something like that.
There's so many coaches here. That's the stereotype is like the guys who cold plunge and drink eggs and have a coaching business.
That's me.
There's so many of them.
Yeah. Um, but that's cool. I mean, when it comes to just like your transition, I know yeah, you've just been growing, scaling up and everything. But like even like the standard of like food, that's like a big one. Ways of living, like I think you're like living it up in a villa, right? Like you're chilling there. Um,
Yep.
yeah, do you plan on going back to Washington at all?
No.
No, you're gonna live there?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm going to Thailand in a couple weeks to, I mean, it's all up to God. Like, really, I don't know. Like, people ask me, like, oh, how long are you going to stay there? I'm like, I don't know. Ask God. I don't know.
God knows.
Um, but I am getting my 6-month visa. So I'm probably not going to be back in the States till January.
Nice.
I don't know. I'm really like I love it here. I feel like it's home. As long as I can build a business here, that's the main thing.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of like you can really get dialed in there. It doesn't seem like it because it's just there's like so much stuff to do, but like you can get dialed in there because there's a lot of entrepreneurs.
Oh, so dialed. Yeah, my standards are like reset. It's like you in the States in Washington where I was, there was no competition. Like I was just looking around, I was seeing what people were doing. I was like, this is easy to win. But
Mhm.
now that I'm here, like I'm in the sauna and people are like, oh yeah, I'm getting this like $30 million club. They're talking about their plans for the future. I'm just like, I need to get to work.
I love it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, what would you say to someone that's like hearing your story right now? Like, I want to live in Bali. I want to actually scale up my high ticket offer with this coaching business, growth operating, like, doesn't matter. Like, what would you say to them? Maybe they've been watching my content, maybe like this is their first time watching me. What would you say to them when it comes to like they're scared to join, maybe, or they're like scared to start skilling
Mm.
coach? Like, what do you say to them?
Lean into how you're feeling. If you feel scared, if you feel nervous, if you feel like, um, yeah, like just taking a big risk is something that you've never done, that's actually a really good place to be.
Yeah,
Every time that I was in that moment of being nervous, of being scared, and I took that step, I draw the line in the sand and I said, I'm changing and I'm bettering myself and I'm creating a future that I want to show up to and design a life that I know that I came here to live. And I went for it and I put my all in. I went 100% all in on it. That is when the real growth happened. And that is when the transformation that I was looking for happened. It
yeah,
wasn't easy, but it was worth it. I'm living a completely different life because I said yes and because I jumped in. So definitely go for it if you're thinking about joining.
I love it. That's awesome. Yeah, like I see like a complete demeanor change from when we first joined too. Like you're just like a lot happier, it seems like now. Like you're just growing and you're like still fighting. I feel like you're more hungry than you are now than before, which is a great place to be at scale. You know, a
Yeah.
lot of people let off the gas, lose that momentum, which is like the wrong thing to do, like the worst thing you can do. And I'm guilty of that. I had a lot of moments where I've learned the hard way. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, like what are your next goals? Like what are your next plans for not just scaling up the business, but like just in general?
Yeah, it's completely mapped out. So I want to get to six figures a month. And I have a business partner who we're working together on this. He's doing sales, I'm doing marketing, and really like I want to become known for getting clients amazing results and also delivering like a white glove service where it's it's really based on the foundation of relationships.
Hmm.
So eventually like the big goal is I want to meet my clients in person. I want to see them in person and create masterminds and also expand beyond what I'm doing into like charity work and actually helping with the finances that I am accumulating. So doing like charity work, I want to do that. And yeah, I do see myself going into like yeah, just branching off into other gifts that I have as well, like spiritual gifts, helping my clients with actually feeling worthy of the abundance that they're creating and not just blowing it like I've done before.
Yeah. I've been there too. Like it's hard to feel like a business owner, especially like when you're young. I didn't feel like I was actually running a business until I made like my first, people say like it's their first 10K month, but for me, like I didn't feel like a natural business owner until I made like my first $300,000. And at that point, like I was like still operating from a place of like 10K per month or like even under. And it just took a toll on me because there's a lot of like up and downs. You kind of fight with yourself a lot because like you're operating at a past version and you're trying to make a new version.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, like it's bigger, like this whole entire coaching program and like helping a high ticket offer is like it's bigger than just like signing a few clients and like getting your traffic source and your offer well showcased. It's legit like creating a life that you want. It's not like a life centered around your business, or it's not like a business centered around your life. It's a life curated so that you can have a better business and just live life a bit better. Where you like you can live in Bali, Thailand if you want. Um, go back to Washington tomorrow if you wanted to. So it's like there's a reason why I call it nomad consulting, and like this is like a clear representation of it. And honestly, like you are like the best person to succeed with it because like I don't know, you just been working so hard. Bali's a great place, and yeah,
Yeah, appreciate you so much. And yeah, if anyone's thinking of joining, definitely do. Um, it might change your life.
let's do it. Awesome. Well, you heard it here, folks, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.